Hello everybody, welcome back to another Netbeans tutorial. Today's lesson is a little bit different to what we usually used to. I'm pretty much done with all our swing controls, so we're going to be doing our own custom features. And in today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you guys how to make this cool looking search bar. And if you don't think it looks cool now, wait till I actually click on it. And basically, just before I get started, this is my project called Project Jarvis. It's a home automation system. I'll post the website in the description so you guys can keep up to date with it. But anyways, we click on this and we've got this nice blue glowing border, I guess. And it gives us a little hint, tells us to search. So I want to see who made this program. So I'm going to type in developers. And I'm too lazy to type it, so I'm going to type it like that. Hit enter, and oh, there we go. All the developers made by two people, myself and my partner Daniel, who actually makes these tutorials. So anyways, that's how it is. And I'm pretty sure you can even type in sentences. Who are the developers? Enter, and oh, there we go. This is like it has like artificial intelligence. No, it actually doesn't. But anyways, if you type in something incorrectly like hello, give us a message, and I'll probably link it up to the web. So if you type in hello and it says no, it will have an option for you to say, you know, would you like to connect to the web to look for this result? You can click yes or no. But anyways, let's get started here. Now, we need two images. We need an image for basically the idle layout, and then we need an image for when you actually click on it like that, and it changes to that blue glowing border. So I have here search bar and search bar focus. They're the same thing. I say they're the same thing, and it's not the same thing, but it's supposed to be the same thing, except this is just supposed to have a blue glow. In Photoshop, I guess you guys can do that, GIMP, whatever. Save it as a PNG, and you want to put it into your source folder. Source folder, start menu, your documents, Netbeans projects, your project name, and then in the SRC folder, just put in your images. Now, keep in mind that whenever you need to programmatically change images, you want to put in your source code. Whenever you use images that are going to be permanent, and by permanent I mean like these icons and stuff that don't disappear or that don't need to be changed. If they do need to be changed, put them in your source folder. This is because the code that I use accesses the images from the source folder. So I'm just going to remove everything really quickly, and while I'm scrolling through, you guys can see how quick the code is. Anyways, and okay, anyways, let's get started here. Let's add a label, put it in the center here, just make it really big, and you want to drag this label above your background. Edit the text, take it all out, and change the variable name to search bar. And now we're going to add an image. Right click, properties, and look for icon. You want to click this down arrow. Now, before you choose your normal default idle image, you actually want to choose the focused image, or the more flamboyant image. And this is because sometimes people tend to make the label fit the image exactly like this, and what happens is, because of this glow, it actually looks cut out and looks really badly done, unless that's the look you're going for. No offense, but okay, so that looks good to me. Let's just move it in the corner. Now let's change our image back to a normal search bar. Now make sure both these images are made at the same size. I think this was 250 pixels by 70 or something, to cater for the glow. But anyways, that's that. Now let's add a text field, because keep in mind that images cannot hold text. And let's move this up. I'm just trying to position it. Now, this might happen to you guys, but it's not a problem to actually fix. But I'll show you guys how to do that now. Go to the properties. Let's change our text style to Ubuntu Lite. I'm just giving it a second, guys. Okay, Ubuntu Lite, size 14 is good. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to scroll down, look for the border, remove the border, change enabled to don't enable this, and I'll show you guys why in a second. Change opaque, and there we go, it's gone. It's not gone, but it's just hidden. Oh yeah, and if you want to make it more precise, scroll all the way down and use these layout tabs. You can change the width by like single pixel, so you get much more accurate results. And also, while we're here, let's make the text appear in the center. Horizontal alignment, change from leading to center. And now let's run our program. And here we go. You can see we can't type in there yet because we didn't enable it. And there's a reason why we didn't enable it, because usually when you start up your program, it automatically goes in here. It like, even if you click on the background, you can still type in there, which is really annoying because then you can't see the nice glowing background that you guys worked on, or that you downloaded off the internet. So anyways, okay, so that's all set up. Now as soon as we click this label, we want all this stuff to change. We wanted to show a hint, we wanted to change the background, all of that stuff. So right click on this, events, mouse clicked. Now we get in here in our code. Now we're gonna basically make this thing enabled first. And I didn't actually rename this, so let's change the variable name to search. I'm trying to keep the variable names as short as possible so it's really quick to type. Search.set enabled, and set enabled true. So now it's enabled, and let's give us a hint. Search.set text. Let's give us a hint of the word search. There we go. Now let me just, okay, now that that's done, let's change our image. Now I'm just going to scroll up. I use this code so often that I haven't taken the time to memorize it. And just make sure you copy this, maybe put it in a text file or something. But anyways, we're going to change this variable name to search bar, which is basically the label that we want to change, and this is the image that we wanted to change to. Now I named this image search bar focused. So you're going to type in search bar focused. Compile, build, run, and okay, as soon as we click on it, there we go. And I didn't actually change the text color, so let's do that really quickly. Design, right click, properties, foreground. Okay, that's done. Yeah, wow. Okay, so now that's everything is done. We want to change it back, and I chose debug mode. But basically, when we click on this, we want to change it. We're going to change it back when we click on the background. We don't want to keep it glowing. So let's click on our background, select our background, right click, events, mouse click. Now basically we're going to take this same thing and then copy it and then change like one word. So instead of being search, we're going to change it to nothing. We're going to change this to false, and we're going to change search bar focus to search bar. And basically, as soon as we click the background, it's not enabled anymore. The text, whatever text was in there, now disappears, and our image gets changed back to the default idling image. So click on there, click back, and type in something random. It disappears. Okay, so now that's done, we're going to add code when you click on enter, when you press the enter button. So right click on this, go to event, and just keep in mind that there's so many options here. If you want to, like, you know, you got key press, release, key types, mouse drag, you got all these different stuff. So if you're looking for something different, it's all here for you guys. So key pressed. Okay. Now we have key event EVT. It's not used currently, but take note of that. If you're using an older Netbeans, you might see it says key event E or something random. But so let's add an if statement, and that's how I type my semicolons. It just looks much better. So you're gonna type in EVT or whatever your variable name is, dot get key code, and it's already there, equals key event dot vk underscore, and you can see we have a whole list of stuff. These are all the buttons on your keyboard and like 800 more, but it's all right there. And we're looking for enter. There we go, done. So whenever you click the enter button, when you are in the search dialog, it'll search for stuff. Now basically, I'm not going to enable this icon on the right hand side. It's exactly the same code, except the only difference is that you won't be using this if statement here, the one that we just typed. So there's no point in me doing that. So obviously you guys need some homework. Okay, so once that's done, we are going to add the code to search for stuff. So we're going to add a string search equals search.getText. I'm actually going to rename this variable because it might be difficult to follow. So I'm going to name it string getText. Will that even work? Okay, getText, like that. Now we're going to add another if statement, open close brackets, and now we're going to use a function that's very similar to .equals, and instead of using .equals, because basically when you are typing something to search for, you won't know exactly what it's called. Like maybe in my code I named my developer page developers, and someone typed in developer, and if you use .equals to, it won't actually work. So we're going to use .matches. So let's use getText .matches, open close brackets. Now we're going to add these double colon, whatever you want to call it, add a full stop, star, and now we're going to type in what we want it to match. I want to match developer or dev dot star afterwards, and that basically ends it. And make sure it's all in lowercase or uppercase, and I'll show you guys why in a second. Now once you've got that done, you're going to open up your new GUI or your new text or whatever it is. I'm going to open up my developer page, new developer GUI, developer info GUI dot set visible true. That's basically how you open up a new window in Netbeans. And this is what our developer info GUI looks like. I built it in my own time. Anyways, that's all done. Compile, build, run. Click on our search box. Now let's type in dev. Click on enter, and there's our developer information. And the nice thing about it is that you can even type in who is the developers, or who are the developers, who are English, and it still works because it's searching the entire string and the entire sentence for the letters DEV. So it looks like it has artificial intelligence, but it doesn't. It's actually like the lowest level of code you can use for this. Now what you'll notice is that as soon as you search for dev, that even works, and you go back to click it, maybe you want to look for the help, so you click it and it gives us the hint again, and I'll show you guys how to sort that out right at the end of the video. So once that's done, obviously you can add a lot more. You can add another if. I'm just going to do this really quickly off camera. Okay, so I added the exact same code, but I just changed some stuff to look for version of the VER, and then it opens up the version page, and it's as simple as that. You can see I just added the same thing, just changed whatever text is in there, and I changed which window I wanted to be open. So anyways, okay, that's how you do that. Now the only thing left is to add a thing to tell you when it's not found. That's really basic. That's basic if statements, and you can also add something to check if someone types in nothing, well, if they don't input anything and they try typing search, or they try pressing search button, it'll say error, your computer will blow up in 3 seconds, and you can have a countdown. And you guys can't do that, obviously. It's completely acceptable. That's completely up to you. But anyways, we want to get rid of this stupid thing that keeps telling us search. We type in something, click on it again, and the search pops up. I'm going to do this off camera again because it's just much quicker and saves time on the video. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay guys, I'm back and I fixed the problem. Basically type in dev, get my stuff, and when I click on it again, it doesn't change the text. Really simple code. I'll show you guys how I did it. Scroll over to the top. Okay, there we go. I've initialized a variable called count search, and I haven't assigned a value to it. Basically by default it's 0, but if I say equals to 0, it'll permanently be 0 and I won't be able to change the value of it, and I need to do that. So handy little tip, if we scroll down a bit. Okay, here we go. By default, like I said, it's 0. So if count search is equal to 0, and in this case it is, we just started up a program, and we click on the search box, and it checks if our count search is equal to 0. Yes, it is. sets it to true, puts our hint up there, changes our image, and then changes the count search to 1. Now, if we click on our background and the count search is set to 1, it'll run all this code and it'll set the count search back to 0. And basically it's like a loop that switches between the two. But what happens is when you click on count search and it's equal to 0, it runs this code once and then it automatically changes to 1. Now when you click on the text field again, it's not going to rerun the same code because count search is now 1 and it's not 0 anymore. So it's going to run this else code, and the else code has nothing in it, so basically nothing is going to happen. So that's basically how it works, and I use it all over the place, like even right here, count equals 1. I use it everywhere. It's a really handy piece of code. But anyways, you guys can add like a thing to tell you your PC will blow up if you type in the wrong thing. You know, you can have various different things. It's a really nice feature to make your program look much more professional. And if you guys have any suggestions, maybe your own custom features that you have in mind, you know, leave us a comment, send us a message. We'll be more than happy to try it out. I've been working on a database that'll be up really soon. In fact, probably this week. So stay tuned for that, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching, guys.